Whoa! Hey! Did you do something to your hair?
It's a bit extreme, isn't it?
No! I mean, that's a thing nowadays, right?
Well, he said it would accent my facial features.
Well, that's what it does. It completely accents your facial features. We're just gonna go down to my office now. Hey, Fletcher. Hey, Pete. You losing a little weight?
I don't know. Maybe.
Looks and personality. A double threat guy.
Hey, Mr. Reed.
Hey, man.
It's Randy.
Yeah, I know. Taking lunch orders, Mr. Reed. Anything?
No, thanks. Had so much for breakfast, I'm just about ready to pop. I mean, I'm full.
Okay. Great.
And yeah, man, I decided to, go ahead and support this greatness. The PS4 is starting 2017 on fire. It ended 2016 on fire with The Last Guardian. And, with 2017, we're already starting the year of greatness, on fire.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
What's happening, YouTube? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. Now, I know my intro was a little bit long, but I was cracking myself up because I was actually really thinking this is how a lot of people that have this deep disdain and hatred for Microsoft actually look at them as. It's just, lying people that will just lie to your own children and be blood-sucking, just corporate monsters that will just say anything to get your money. And for the most part, there's a lot of them that are like that, not from Microsoft, but just corporate people. But in all actuality, I think if you look at how Killer Phil and Aaron Greenberg and the rest of these guys, they reach out to the gamers. There's people that listens to podcasts and they just want to get a feel of what's going on in the gaming community. That means something. That means that they want to know how you feel. Now, I can't speak for what goes on the Sony side. I don't ever see Yoshida or any of those people from over there reaching out like that. But I can't call it. I don't know. But I can say this. When you have this issue that's going on with whatever problem that goes on with Microsoft, it's amplified to the utmost degree. It is like making a molehill into a mountain. It's ridiculous. Okay, the whole Scalebound thing, unfortunate as it was, it still was a necessary means and it needed to be done. They were hemorrhaging money to this company that wasn't bringing the results. How is that a problem? That was addressed all over the place. But then Sony closes doors to a studio and you don't really hear too much of nothing. See, it's a lot of this going on in 2017. Well, it's been going on this whole generation for Sony. And this is a term that I like to use for them. It's called running the clock. And you're like, what is running the clock? Very simple. Just think of Killzone, for instance. Killzone, they got caught in a lie. They lost a lawsuit because they got caught in a lie. But they ran the clock. They waited and kept quiet, and then eventually it went away. They want people to have very short memories, and then they're hoping that there's some other news that will come into the way of that so they don't have to worry about keep on answering that. Kind of like how Microsoft wished that they could run the clock with the whole 900p, 720p versus 1080p situation, but that wouldn't happen. Wonder why. They're out of all the problems and scandals, like No Man's Sky. If there was an issue with a Microsoft game like No Man's Sky, do you think that would have been let go? They just run the clock with that. They just Sony washed their hands with it, threw the dude under the bus, and moved on. So now, again, Sony had a situation that was going on with they losing studios, and then the rumors of them wanting to sell off their movie division and other things and just keep it primarily, I guess, PlayStation, whatever. That's big news. That's story. That's stuff that needs to be talked about. But what's the main story that's been talked about here lately? Digital Foundry and the white paper. Come on now. Really? Now, of course, it is news and it needs to be addressed. But this is an old paper from last year. I think maybe right after E3 or right before E3. And it's, like I said, it's worth news. It's worth talking about. But the fact of it is that it's coming out with these, as another word that's been used in the political realm, which I like using, is giving out these alternative facts, when only thing that they are is actual speculation. The guy said it numerous times that they're speculating on a lot of these things. Now, for what was in the paper, those were facts. But for everything else, they were just guessing. Then come to find out that, okay, these things, it could have been a possibility what was going on, but here comes the fanboys and the fangirls that's losing their minds and they wanted to jump on pro Xbox people and saying, oh, we told you that Phil Spencer lied to you. It's not going to be this. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, look, pump your brakes. Everything changed once the Pro came out. Once the PlayStation Pro came out and people seen that whole checkerboard thing was not a no-go, it was nothing. The PlayStation Pro is like almost belly up. It's not selling anywhere. Not in Japan, not in the US, not in the UK. It's just not selling. Because people want native 4K. Why would you want to pay $400 and then really not have a true 4K game? And look, people want to bring up Digital Foundry like they're the knowers of everything when they actually was lying on the Pro. They were showing a indie game and saying that was native 4K, which that was, but they were making you think, given those alternative facts, actually thinking that that everything that the PlayStation Pro could push out pretty much was going to be 4K native. The only thing that they've been able to push out in 4K, I believe, is older games, and those are checkerboard at that. And for the people that tells me that I shouldn't have high expectations or I might get this let down, look, I'm totally aware of what is going to happen, especially with the whole parity thing, because there will be games that's going to be on the same wavelength. They're not going to be more powerful on the Scorpio because of the fact that they got deals like Call of Duty will not be in 4K at 60 frames per second. It will stay on par with what is going to be on the PlayStation. They got a deal. And a lot of Japanese titles is probably going to do the same thing. But it's smart for what Microsoft is doing. They're giving the option to say, look, you can utilize all of this power in this machine and show what you really can. And there's going to be some developers that actually does that. And to me, I think that gives an indication to Microsoft that, hey, maybe they could trust that developer because they want to utilize what's in the box instead of go by what's the popular thing to do. You know, not get burned by another Platinum Games. You see what I'm saying? So I am totally excited for this. All of this was speculation from Digital Foundry. The truth of it is that that paper probably was true at that time, but it's not true now. So all the fanboys can calm it down, chill out, and just wait to see what's going on. I'm excited. You should be too if you're a true gamer. Like I said, the most powerful console ever got a lot of these people shook. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Hit that like button, sub button.
20 million 20 years ago, cuz you was like 7. You ain't gotta like it. Bitch, you gon' respect it. Look me in my eye, motherfucking legend. Motherfucking legend.